And we need a lot out of Jame, because I think this is, again, a map that they wouldn't have been totally prepared to play against, especially versus this opponent, right? They can't just ride off of what they know, and they run headfirst into this knife round. And it's actually coming up CT side somehow. Mir, will he win it? He does grab it. This grants them.
And of course, if Spirit win this, Donk MVP for the event, unarguably.
Yeah.
But ArtFrost at the moment is the highest rated player for Spirit in this series.
Great final, ArtFrost. Great final.
Putting up Flit, holding off for the long A push. That's 2 easy headshots as far as he's concerned. And that's just going to secure Dark control, at least for a little longer. We get 1T to slip around through Temple. This is going to make things a little weird. As Fame doubles back, these poor CTs don't know what's going to hit him. They lost track of his push. Dark player doubles back, and it will be VP just 1 kill away. Chopper's not even near the bomb site. So let's call this one toast.
Yeah, the next round basically can't even pull that up. So there it is. Virtus.pro, who do a little bit better on pistols on this map in the small sample size that we have for their maps played, than Team Spirit do, for what it's worth. And now they're up 1 round closer, even 2-2. Chopper will get found out, hunted down, and destroyed.
And Norbert came right for him. Force buy coming out from Spirit, double deagles, one of which is Donk. And it starts to get away from him. Flit will connect, but not without cost. Drop to 30 HP. It's triple B stack still, regardless of that opening kill. And they try to press into Dark, but Jame then takes the place of the wounded Flit.
Now they punish the re-aggro. They get the single player of Chopper to peel his way outside of A. And now they've got a free route this way. ArtFrost was great on the scout on that eco over on Mirage. But this looks like a meltdown here.
Oh, man, look at the health, though.
It's got an MP9, honestly, an MP9. 3 players that can all die in 1 hit. They got to send Norbert in. Norbert.
It's like, all right, guys, I'll do it. How is it my job again? But at least they'll meet no resistance on the approach. B site completely free. Going to try to keep all 5 up as well, which is looking pretty solid, pretty likely.
Yeah, that's actually nuts for the money.
Really good job by Virtus.pro, I think, by replacing the front runner in each of those duels, right? Getting Flit out, sticking Jame in, Jame evacuates, nade on ArtFrost.
And calling out that they're going to try to take back that space.
Yes, sir. Making a little bit of more money for the road as well. So strong start from Flit. This is somebody who's been quiet in the last 2 maps alongside Norbert. 4-1 start looks real good.
Yeah, he was a real star player in those first 2.
An actual close match to close out the series.
All the best teams these days, T-side, putting tons of pressure up onto the bridge. I just have a feeling that Virtus.pro are going to try to do it a little bit differently.
Zontic staring at the wall. Oh, gets vision over the smoke.
It's good with the flash dodge.
Yeah.
In front of his own. That can serve as a one-way. I think it's the one that Rops is using. But he was playing a bit more forward on this one, but it works out. If there's a timing here for Mir, how this looks. Yeah, looks good.
Instant dink out of the Galil. It's going to put a bit of pressure on the 2 A players, one of which now preoccupied with camera. Oof, ArtFrost. Doesn't get shaken off the angle. Him and his teammate, though, very much stuck in the depths of heaven.
Ooh, this is an interesting lurk opportunity. I don't know, but they get the plant off, so he can actually slow down.
For long.
Even peel back if he wants to.
4 players coming out of storage. 4 players stuck inside of heaven. And if Mir times this perfectly, that's 2 backs turned. He doesn't get the kill, though. Oh, man, tons of damage both ways. It's the pistol out of Donk, but then he gets instantly finished. ArtFrost responds, and there's another up in heaven. Flit sees him coming from the smoke, and so pressure falls to ArtFrost. And he gets it. Big clutch for Spirit.
Oh, Flit lost it for 1 second. He went up to the right. Came back for the late peak, and that's ArtFrost with a clutch.
Hell of a 3K from ArtFrost last round. He'll get a chance at more here at the start of round 5. Eats the flash, tucks in with a teammate, so doesn't need to panic. That bottle destined for him. He's going to not smoke it out. Oh my god, this entire site is on fire, and there's just more and more utility pounding the defense. Now they don't really have positions to play within. T's are looking for the impact. Donk will get 1 back, but then eventually the Molotov finds a victim. ArtFrost the same. We've got bomb back site. We've got coverage on the other. 4 smokes all over the place, and it is back-to-back frantic A hits. Carnage, chaos, and a back-and-forth result unless Magix can clutch.
Oh, man, this is really bad for the CT economy. Magix, I think he sees one, maybe a gun. No, he's forgotten about it. And that's one dead, but again, he doesn't know about the low guy that's below him.
Half health for Norbert.
He's looking for the lurk right now.
There's still just enough time, but Norbert rips the headshot, and it is VP right back to that A site.
That's a key
causing
win.
pandemonium.
Yeah.
But he has to be given enough leash to go for this, and it would take a dangerously deep peek. So instead he'll smoke it off and just contain a little map control. CTs can also squeeze something out of VP like this. Chopper. Unlucky that Mir is right there on the same angle, ready for the trade. But that's James down for the count, and a bunch of nades with him. Zontix will look to pick up the place. Norbert adding himself to the middle hold. They really want bridge here, the T side, and that's great damage.
That's a headshot through the wall.
Oh, both of them. 28 health combined for 2 players thanks to Zontix.
But Artfrost, he's replenishing the push, and gets caught off by Mir. Shout out to Mir's awareness.
In these rounds.
He's been the savior of these rounds, and yeah, it's sort of funny. It's the eco rounds where he's getting the most out of them, but it's rounds where they could have definitely lost if he didn't get every single kill. And this is the sort of play that I was looking for on round 2 with like almost no information. Going for a couple of walk pushes, and Zontix denies the trade. That should have been an ace in the hole.
Down towards middle, they'll cross. Artfrost missed shot. Tempo player falls back, so the A split could be on. They need an entry and they get one. Donk's able to find one through as Norbert hits the deck. Artfrost fixates in on camera, and he won't give Mir the chance to split this bomb site. James, does he really risk his op? He's been tagged, and he's going to get chased.
Yeah, 10 seconds, but he's also risking dying after time. He needs to be extremely careful. Well, I say that they still have some money.
Big moment from Zontix.
Oh, yeah. That
a solution
was
to the
crazy.
long presence.
And that was like, a pure, unadulterated display of mechanics.
Double Molotov denies Donk any positioning. So again, Dark is the early contest. But there's also this like undercurrent of bridge and mid control that's been coming out from Virtus Pro that I think that Team Spirit haven't really been able to deal with outside of stopping them on the A-site camera entrance.
Yeah, it's a very surprising, it's a very scary amount of map control that they're getting, but okay.
That helps.
That helps, an early kill.
Looks
Any
like
info at this point. I mean, even with a player here, well,
what?
My God. Wow, he wasn't even done peeking yet. The wall bang headshot into Artfrost on one of the safest angles you could ask for. I thought they were going to smoke him out and cross.
It looked like James was just about to walk into his death. Looking geriatric on the speed of that peak.
So they put him on a cross.
Donk, he's going to go big. He has to go big to stop them. It's an MP9 pushed out from Temple. Donk, a double. And more damage at that. Sets up Chopper wonderfully. Few seconds to spare here. Magix through the smoke. And just like that, Donk does it. They try to come at his bomb site. He posts 2 kills. And all for naught, James' sickening headshot means nothing in round 8.
That's crazy. Now it helps Artfrost getting the opening kill, but I thought when he gets that frag back, all right, that's the rotations are stunted, right? You're relying on Artfrost to hold the mid-cross. So it's a matter of how long that can keep up, but now we'll start to push back.
Just leave Donk in the back of a bomb site and all seems fine.
They called this out again. Oh, but look who's here.
Yeah, Zontix and Chopper. Smoke grenade at the end of bridge. Chopper doesn't need to get too crazy. Almost gives his life away.
Yeah, okay. Now this is the kind of time where you would walk into the A site, but look who's waiting for them. Artfrost up above.
Smoke's on him though. He's going to lose this angle. CTs throw one out themselves, but
oh my God.
there's still enough util to double back.
Know that he was in this position, in this setup? Because if they smoked him out, they're trying to scare the rotation so they can go back to the B site. They're not looking for that fight. And it could be the Donk show one more time. He's sitting in his favorite position here on A.
Working with Magix, who still has tons of utility. Donk angle, good for the first. Spray gets a little away from him, but Magix picks up the slack as they just teeter on the brink of taking over the bomb site. Magix lays down the line in the sand, and with it, no one shall pass. James creeps his way in. It's a little bit of pistol damage. Chopper's just serving up a great distraction. Beautiful headshot out of James. Oh my God, for a second, right?
Yeah.
For just a second. But Donk and Magix, 2-man army inside B site hold.
With they can do is scare them with a cross smoke into the site and not come in the same way if they want to fake. But are they coming up good on B? I don't think so. They
haven't tried approaching it from long with this much emphasis, right? It's usually been from dark.
Is it because they want to be unpredictable, or is it because they don't have confidence that they can?
Donk's dead, but there's still 2 CTs. That's the difference. Chopper has added himself to the mix. It's a quick trade back out of Mir. Magic's again trying to spam through, but in that spam invites Fame to go for the wide swing, and this time the long fight works. We didn't see how Donk died, though.
It looks like, I mean, Flit probably just completely swang on him, basically, right? It was not smoked.
Right.
It was not smoked, so they gave him a dry duel. Donk was probably holding it.
And he's been sat back plat. He's been floating front sight towards dark, so
it's a risk in and of itself to just swing somebody like him. You know,
small adaptation.
Yeah.
VP better off for it. Tie this game back up at 5.
But yeah, for a team that's not using the whole middle of the site, they're always playing with him in that same position, Magic in the same position. That should get punished eventually. And this time they use long.
Yeah, a few unsuccessful B hits, but James adapts. Donk dies. VP tie. And 0 presence from the T's in mid.
It's definitely shaking them a bit. They're slowing down.
We can see the support in Chopper, who's the mid player, leaning back, so he's not necessarily in camera just yet. He's going to be worried that there could be a 4-1.
Zontic still got a full kit of utility, replenishing his Molotov, dropped it on the ground. Ready after the shot comes in from Artfrost to drop it.
Oh, and easy.
That's actually insane. That separates the front fight from the back fight. They have 2 ready for this.
But no fallback positions because of the Molotov, so they know they keep these CTs close. They've got him in the pocket, but Artfrost just keeps taking him down. Now he starts to miss. He's got 1 bullet left in the gun, and then it's the supportive peek from Donk over top, and Zontic's inside the site that just puts an absolute grinding halt to VP.
Absolutely splendid counter, exactly as a nade protocol should go this time around. And they start with the opening frag. You want the fight to come in if you can separate them with the Molotov. That's the ideal situation. Molly's not to kill people or win by elimination. Instead, it's just to create 2-on-1s like we just saw. So again, we talked about how technique is going to be the thing that takes it over the line for Spirit. And yes, they're losing by 1 round, but they're losing on CT side. This is a very good CT side so far. 1 down.
We can see the support in Chopper, who's the mid player, leaning back, so he's not necessarily in camera just yet. He's going to be worried that there could be a 4-1.
Zontic still got a full kit of utility, replenishing his Molotov, dropped it on the ground. Ready after the shot comes in from Artfrost to drop it.
Oh, and easy.
That's actually insane. That separates the front fight from the back fight. They have 2 ready for this.
But no fallback positions because of the Molotov, so they know they keep these CTs close. They've got him in the pocket, but Artfrost just keeps taking him down. Now he starts to miss. He's got 1 bullet left in the gun, and then it's the supportive peek from Donk over top, and Zontic's inside the site that just puts an absolute grinding halt to VP.
Absolutely splendid counter, exactly as a nade protocol should go this time around. And they start with the opening frag.
Right now he's playing pretty far ahead of it. He doesn't have Artfrost's op, which has been pretty essential for peeling players off the approach.
Yeah, they think they've got them scared about coming into the site here.
They don't. Doing it without the AWP is going to bank on Chopper's support.
That flash helps. That nade is good.
Yeah, softens him up, but Chopper's dead in an instant. Oh, double headshot. That's the famed T-side headshots that we're talking about, and the rest of the pack that follow right through. No Artfrost, no party. It is Team Spirit to fall as the A site crumbles beneath the pressure of a 5-man push.
Throughout 5 maps of winning rounds like this,
you come to expect them to pick up a pistol now. So we've got a smoke for camera. And that smoke for camera, I mean, it is very much only Fame inside this site with dual Berettas.
No clip-offs as they might get into the site.
God, did they press this? There's fire in front of it. They're able to press around the side. Donk, he picks up the Norbert frag. Berettas almost get away from Fame, but he will find his.
Fame goes
and Magic's, again, always impactful in these pistol rounds. Still alive and kicking with a deep heaven peek out of Zontic. These CTs have been corralled into the bomb site. They're going to try to fight back. It's a falling Glock headshot from Zontic. Mir versus Ecos is good. Has shut down 4 spies. But a 1v3 in the pistol. He gets killed, and sure enough, they split the pistols. Team Spirit, a quick answer on the offense.
That's certainly a sign of the times. When they lost the first pistol in Anubis, you wondered.
But Art Frost opens up.
T-side off kill.
Damn, Flit just trying to go for the long peek.
And we didn't see Spirit use any CT aggressive options, and that's because people just are so averse to trying these days, and it actually worked out.
Did that completely alone. Look at B site. That was just Flit solo B hold with a 3-man A stack just swinging long.
Yeah, just a straight up risk. We see that they leave sites vacant. Virtus Pro do this on lots of maps. It's just hard to know when they're going to do it. You better believe Norbert's going to have a hard time defending this by himself. And both sites getting taken right now as Chopper goes above. And oh my God, chops him down. 2 with the MAC-10, spotting the rotation and still shoulder peeking Spawn because he's just that careful. He's lucid right now.
The fact he circumvents the closest player, nails the headshot on the guy in sight, and then tries to go audaciously into Jame for a third on this round because Chopper's feeling it.
Yep.
Feeling the lead, feeling the momentum.
Nearly rips up 3.
And feeling the reality of reverse sweeping a best of 5 on LAN.
Man, and now Donk's consistent level as he's at 180 AR, grabbing more kills, trying to reign terror as a two-way player on the map. Best rifler in the server.
Done.
One
Down.
of the best riflers in the world. Donk and Chopper combining, old and young, to put this together. And Art Frost has to be included in that conversation. From CT to T side, some great stuff out of him. Now, this will be a true test of protocols, because if their mollies land in the right spot, and it's actually, they're going to try to chain smokes, but T's haven't thrown any nades just yet. Now the smokes will come out in response as these nades come out at the 50-second mark.
Flits out.
CTs still have some options. Oh, that could be a big find, but instead it's actually a team kill. Donk goes down.
It's fine. No stress.
Yeah, they've kept it open. They actually still provided a thorough enough default that they have Dark cleaned up.
VP starts to scramble.
Norbert, they're getting picked apart.
Norbert's able to dive back. Bomb, well, it's working its way in. It's on the chase of Norbert into the A site. He falls all the way back into Flit with the M4.
Uh-oh.
They try to find a follow-through onto pistols,
15.
and instead they're just getting shut out. It's Flit to get another off the other side of camera.
Doesn't stop moving.
Team Spirit have just suddenly tripped over their own feet. It's a team kill that gives an M4 over to the defense, which Flit swings for a 2K with.
And they don't get through Dark into the other side of the map. There's one kill there, and then Flit does the rest. Oh, he stamps him out, and Art Frost dies after time now. They've got the attention of 3 pairs of eyes on this side of the map. Zon takes 1 set of utility and a basic default.
Donk has a lot of free agency just roaming around in middle.
Right. There's one hard line here from Jame watching this to try to cut him off. But this could, they're setting up the A split. They're going to run into the 3 players here.
We've got fountain support for the player committed. That's Fame here up close. Smoke's wavering. Approach is inbound. James already lost his angle. One half of this push is already managed through, but Fame shuts down the other side. And James didn't die in all of that. They hold on to long control.
Let Donk go.
And Donk, he is swinging to take this back. There's already support coming in, but he switches gun. That 3rd player catches him off. Bomb plant for Magix. All he needs is the money. Support up in heaven, knows the player's long, nothing. 3 survive for VP. It's a huge shutdown from Fame.
It's all about Fame. And that Zontix was his mortal enemy in that first half. In that same position towards long A. This time, they switch over. Who had all the right staging. Now Jame.
First one's easy. There's a sea of flashbangs inbound for this bomb site, but by popping open smoke,
that pickoff.
Mir peels Donk off. And remember, the 1 AK, it exchanges hands now to Art Frost. At the very least, he's in a post plant.
The molly goes too far. Bomb gets planted.
And this allows for the T's to creep ever closer.
They have to push up. But to which side?
Retake's being set up, but first there's going to be a little patience. Jame waits, fires into the 2nd player, lets the first one slide out. The AK's been waiting, but there's not a single kill here for Spirit.
Ooh.
And that's double digits VP.
Oh, VP.
There wasn't a peek behind it, but it's not like Norbert's far off.
Yeah, it's basically a game of chicken between these 2.
Each team mollying.
Who's going to gamble first?
Opposing sides of Dark.
Now this forward aggressive setup is more prototypical of what you should do on the A side or on the B side if you're going to work together. And the longer they take to burn his utility by not spotting or throwing a flash in front of him, the stronger that molly gets. 3 players starting to create an enclosure on the B site as they prep the attack. 3 inside A, no one in middle. Rotations will be too slow.
But a smoke.
But a smoke. They didn't bait out his utility.
He still has his incendiary, which he could put down on Dark. We start to get that volley of nades over the top.
They're coming.
He pulls back. Molly goes down on the other side of long just in case they decide to press through. Then the frag chips away at Donk as he approaches in through Dark. James yet to get a shot off.
Oh, the
It's
molly
a
now.
slight peek out of Donk,
Oh!
and then the swing straight through the scope. But Fame, it's fast on the flank. Out of nowhere, they swarm this. T-side slowed down just enough, and Norbert here all the while to post an additional kill. It's a hell of a headshot from Donk, but it's the only thing that went their way. 7 seconds, time expires. VP take 11. How fast is Fame? On jet skis, he gets into Dark behind them, and you see the impact. Not only in the round, but in the mental.
Yeah, and half investment. They're playing for overtime now as
Oh,
Donk
man.
comes forward with his deagle.
He's looking to take a head off. Flit is his challenger, and it's held. Tech9's up next. All of them hit the ground, essentially. But a little bit back from Chopper as they also push through long. This is the answer. It's Tech9's. They're both wounded, but they're both successful in taking a player down with them. Norbert went absent, and as Magix gets hands on an AK, he's going to have to do something, but no, not now.
No.
Not like this. He's back. Maybe. Please?
Wait, they're actually leaving the site at the moment.
Holy
and he
hell.
is back. They're falling back. There's 2 players here. There's no one on the A site. They're looking for the flank that they think should have come in at a minute mark. And now, do Virtus Pro have their wits about them? Are they willing to go to the next page of this round story and think about leaving the B site? Do they think that it's going to be a re-aggression? Well, Norbert, he's going to try to defend this versus 3. Playing in sort of a retake position, is that going to be sufficient? I don't think James comes to help him out if a full exec comes into the site, even though Magix and Chopper are both low.
They're just going to let this go. Are they priming a save?
He's inside of spawn right now. I think they're hoping it's B, not prepping for this walkout whatsoever.
It's the right call from Chopper.
They're thinking about their money, but they have a lot.
It's 24,000 on Flit, Fame, and Norbert. But they're not going to chance this retake. They're going to let it slide.
And, well, if you missed it, it's been a heater. We have no idea who's actually going to win. The round score would make it seem like Virtus Pro. The map bias make it seem like Spirit. The last couple of rounds make it seem like Virtus Pro again. But we have to say, Spirit have been showing their teeth. And last time, they didn't punish the shoulder spot on B long, right? This time, Norbert's holding on to it to watch Flit's back, but it looks like they want to do a walk-in contact, explode, and they catch him with his nade out.
It works. It works wonderfully because Norbert's already low. Oh, but still he gets Donk.
Wow, he at least gets traded out.
I mean, Norbert could have died there with absolutely nothing, and
100%.
nobody would have been shocked. Caught with grenades, the timing nearly works. Zontix on the flank catch, yes.
Wow.
Him and Art Frost both pick up a kill apiece. And they've lost track of Mir in the heat of all of this. 3 players group long and just walk around the corner.
Mir just walked onto a kit, and no one's pushing him inside of Dark. They're playing outside the site at the moment. And this is something they don't know about. At what point do they leave is the question, and Mir is going to just miss this T player as he looks for a frag. At what point does he try to
time? Kill the long player, you got time. But he starts to get scared when the 10
Hold
seconds
on,
starts.
he's got the stick. Hold on.
Peek's
oh
good.
my God! Wow,
He's
that's
close.
Okay,
All
Chopper
good.
close enough. They didn't find him, so they were careful.
If he spends that extra second he had peeking Chopper and winning that fight,
Yeah.
then the defuse can't be stopped.
Right, it actually can't be stopped. Brand new philosophy here. James maybe on the perfect angle to punish this. We'll see how the nades bounce. That's sort of a different way to play it. And it's a B stack this time around, so A's the weaker side. James has to frag.
And he will the first. Miss on the second. Pressure is very real from Zontix.
Oh, and his teammate has been smoked and mollied out. Another smoke lands behind Fame. Fame can get in front of this, but he'll instead fall back to play safe, and more CTs are dying.
Losing the mid-fight to Chopper, down to 13 health is him, but that's fine. He can just get out of there. Not a problem.
Oh.
Zontix comes out of camera, and we're looking at an 11 tie.
Ooh.
As they get pressed out of the bomb site. Fame so sectioned out by utility that he didn't stand a chance.
The 2 calls right there. I mean, Jay misses a second shot that allows 4 players to come into the site. It could have been 3, and it could have been Fame getting into the mix. Instead, a full punish, 5 players dying, and a new style coming out of Team Spirit. Spirit move with conviction. They don't normally leave the sites they were walking into, and they're spotting rotations.
Yeah, that frag unravels this pistol setup. I mean, if you just had those 3 CTs still in camera, things were looking decent. Instead, it just gets unraveled all around them.
Oof.
Flit falls to 6 health, and this is not enough. You were hoping for something to go well, but it's Zontix to pick up a critical kill at such an important time to unravel all of that. Total control for Team Spirit as they creep their way into the opposite side of the map at the same time, getting away from the pocket of pistols, getting away from Virtus Pro.
What?
5-7's clap, but Art Frost, he's there to secure the 12th and to give Spirit a chance to close this in regulation.
Wow.
Now, we know VP, we know each of these individuals can come alive when the pressure's at its highest.
Wow, there's only one guy here right now. That's Fame inside of the site. He's got a kit of utility. We're looking at the clock, and he's trying to calculate the perfect moment to throw this. They're going to try to cheat the timing. James, he's in a good spot. He spots a shadow.
Easy.
Chopper down.
Easy pickup for the Opper. Gives just a little more confidence for Fame to be able to hold this on his own, but it does also keep James preoccupied with middle. We've got a dark play coming out from Flit, which could get caught as Art Frost quickly glances back behind him.
The full commitment's about to come through. The CTs are praying that they go back.
Plenty of utility for this execute, and we've already seen rounds where Fame just gets relegated into the back line, so much so that bomb plant's easy. He's banking on his incendiary to keep them at bay as we get 2 other players to scramble over. James and Art Frost just exchange shots, tagging one another, neither of which go down. It's Mir in heaven, but it's T's all over this bomb site. Art Frost just leaning back and holding that flank as Donk is looking for a moment to shine, but the gun gets away from him. It's Zontix instead to pick it up. It's Fame to get himself a double, and it's VP to extend this best of 5.
It's only fitting one map in this final goes to overtime. VP have gone this entire tournament getting away with finishing in regulation, whether it's winning or losing. Pretty decent for trying to stop the walkouts, but Zontix coming in early for the swing. He's going to see Fame. Oh, it's very risky to try to do that. They just want to get some damage off. Both nades miss. James somehow ends up low, but still alive. 7 HP, limping across the map. He is hoping to hell. They are scared, trying to multiply his presence with this utility.
James game of another molly. Norbert chucks that down on Dark, but
they've got a split to worry about. He's only got one molly.
He's already thrown it as well, so it's about to burn out. 30 seconds, there's the flank. We've seen Fame come through with Dark flanks. Last time the A exec came out, but this time it's Mir. Mir just holds off on long with a double kill. He even gets Magix to come back in for the 3rd. But that duel he loses. Oh, it's Zontix to creep out through the smoke and to catch Fame off guard. He thought his flank was going to work a second time. James in the corner of the plat. Zontix has him zoned. He goes for the deep peek. There's a CT on site. Zontix just floating in the open. Snaps the shot back over, but it's Flit to change position.
My God, he's so low.
This is decided by time, and Flit turns it upside down to give VP the first in OT.
Certainly not guaranteeing this game, but getting closer.
He heard that. He heard the tap. Donk, he still picks up the kill. That's Donk's 21st, and Norbert, just like last round, has just been left stranded, desperate to put up some kind of defense.
Oh, he used this smoke as a tempo change. He's zoned behind this Molotov.
James clips Chopper's wings, but Donk comes through with another critical headshot, and Zontix this time does not want to lose control of Dark. Easily holds off on Flame trying to push through. 4v2. Mir slides in again, just emerging when nobody seems to see him.
It's not time to forget about choke points.
2 players stuck in Dark, but how the hell is James going to get from water into the bomb site? There are 2 players with better weapons for the job up in his face, and Art Frost turns attention to hold on to sight.
No tunnel vision.
This one's Spirits.
James has to go. That's a big win. You'll love to see that from Art Frost, watching his flank in that position, the wide side of the site. Things got messy when Mir walked in. It looked like they were going to forget about regular players coming in from regular choke points, but not this time.
Cerebral couple of bullets fired out of that AK for the double entry. Both of them crisp, clean headshots. Both of them crucial to keep the Spirit reverse sweep alive. Fame traded. Donk's done it again. What? Another double on the entry. Coming alive when they need him, keeping the CTs out of this bomb site. If they press this, it's desperate. Flit's going to try to wrap heaven, but at least Norbert did manage to get through that camera push.
Oh, there's players who are low. That nade. Oh my God. Magix
almost kills
down.
them. Donk goes from 6 to 4, and Magix almost gets killed without that bomb plant, but he just fires a couple shots up into heaven and takes Norbert's head off. Look at the HP that has 3/4 of this post plant alive for Team Spirit. Flit is hunting for some kind of a target. They've done a great job of keeping them heads down. Donk hits another headshot, and it's a bowling alley for Donk.
If their style's going to change. We saw that evolution already from Team Spirit into those contact explodes. That worked for them to get them to this point.
Yeah, because Donk is sick.
Because Donk is sick. But still, great calls from Chopper and a follow-through from his soldiers.
Interruptive flash, though.
Yeah.
2 of the 3 blinded for a second. That causes a stutter, puts Artfrost on high alert.
They think he's on the other side of the map, probably.
Easy pickup for Artfrost. He's showing us a highlight as well. But then Mir and Jame will respond. It's not over till it's over.
Chopper.
Mir's hoping for the bomb plant, and it's gone down.
Oh, Chopper gets blasted away, jumping through the smoke.
Magix.
And the M4 looks okay for a second, but 1-on-2.
And Zontic's far away, has to come through with this crawl out of Temple. From the A site, finally getting footing inside of B. He's got the kit, but he's got no utility and no clue as to which corner any could be occupied as he gets in here.
Walk onto
Still,
the kit.
no smoke. He's got the flashbang, that's it. He could go for the peek, but it's going to take both. He gets the first kill. Close corner,
No
clear!
way!
Zontix gets both!
He has time!
He's got that bomb defused!
A 1v2 from Zontix.
Surely, right? Surely. Ice cold clutch out of Zontix. A double out of Zontix to close it. And Donk on T side was instrumental. A missed chance for Jame to strike down this defense, to soften up Donk's support. Him and Magix have been rock solid inside this bomb site, and they will try their hand again. He gets Jame off the top of the totem pole. Donk will be softened up. This opens up the door for the dark push. Mir's looking for an answer. He will get the rotator first, but Donk's not going down. And he's still working alongside Magix to try and keep this entire execute at bay.
He's trying to get to a favorite spot.
Another one for Donk.
Oh my God.
3 from the platform. His pistol's gonna be the bane of his existence as he does finally get cleared out of the site, but Magix is here to try and hold, to just push this over the line.
Oh my God,
he
headshot.
gets it. The spam through the smoke, it's insult to injury. It is the first reverse sweep in a best-of-5 grand finals that we have the pleasure of having our eyes on, and it comes in the early days of CS2. Team Spirit have pulled off the unthinkable.
Oh my God, remember their names. We talk about Donk, but this is a team effort all the way through. Unbelievable performance for 3 guys who are so young. They have no business even being expecting to winning lands. And Virtus Pro, who got so close to closing this out, who started out 2-0 and looked amazing, taking Ancient, a map that they were 11-1 on. And now they have to shake hands with the next generation. These kids have done an unbelievable thing today here and have so much to be proud of. What a victory.
And the rest of the Spirit camp floods the stage. It's a big family for Spirit, and it's an organization that's tasted just victories here and there, but a trophy lift, a win, this is something special for Spirit. Chopper has led, again, his kindergarten camp, as he called it, all the way to victory lane, and it's heartbreak for VP in contrast.
Man, I don't know, after winning those 2 maps, you can already taste it.
Your inaugural BetBoom Dacha Dubai 2023 Grand Champions, the next generation, Donk on LAN, an MVP performance, Team Spirit, hoist it in Dubai.